The United Nations has a long-standing tradition of commemorating political milestones like the abolition of slavery, and they have these all-day visuals, World AIDS Day, World, Anti-Slavery Day, World Refugee Day, World Population Day, World Water Day, and on and on and on. But there's a new day coming. In late July of this past year, the 193 members of the United Nations General Assembly adopted a resolution initiated by Singapore to declare November 19th, a couple days ago, as World Toilet Day, the first ever in the 68 years of the United Nations founding. The name is catchy and humorous, says the Singapore individuals, but it also serves to capture public attention and focus on the challenge of sanitation and toilets. And that's a big deal, folks. That is a very, very big deal. The resolution was co-sponsored by 121 member states, calling for greater attention to the global sanitation crisis by commemorating World Toilet Day this past week. This is some real stuff. They say that sanitation is not just about toilets and infrastructure. It's about social and behavioral change, which cannot be achieved overnight, but will take time. Despite these obstacles, much progress has been made. Since 1990, 1.8 billion people have gained access to improved sanitation, and the numbers of people who practice open defecation has been reduced by 272 million. That is a big deal. So first, let me say to you, since we celebrated a couple days ago, happy Toilet Day to you, Fowler Nation. But more importantly, let's have a conversation about the privilege that we have in this country, or wherever you're listening to this show, of having a toilet. And I say that because a toilet means that when you defecate and you release, all the stuff that your body doesn't use, you also release horrible bacteria. You release bacteria, and this, that, and the third. And if that bacteria is not properly sanitized or properly taken to a place away from the public or the general public, it can lead to disease. We saw this in the Black Plague of a time gone by. We saw this in a lot of different disease outbreaks. It's usually because we don't have great sanitation processes. We don't have running water where you can wash your hands and flush your toilet. This is a real concern facing the world. And I think about that to say, think about that let's put it into play, folks, and think about how real this is. Not only and how real, the toilet and the sanitation system is to you, when you think about what's happening in the Philippines, or when you think about what happened during Superstorm Sandy, where people didn't have access to clean water and people couldn't flush their toilets, and how big of a deal that was in making America and in keeping, our population safe and disease-free. This is a real situation. This is a real crisis, and I'm happy that the United Nations is doing something about it. So happy Toilet Day to you.